Hello, all, and welcome to another Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday, where today we're going to take a look at Wreckland Run. This is part of the Solo Hero series from Renegade Games. It's a game by Scott Alms, and it is a solo game, hence part of the Solo Hero series, with campaign included. This is Mad Max type apocalyptic road rage racing combat game. So let's take a look at the back here. You get a chance to see some of the components. You will be manning your rig on a road, much like some of the Mad Max and Road Warrior movies, and there will be enemies that you'll be attacking or attacking you, and there's cards and dice to roll to do the attack, and it's got a little bit of a narrative. This is kind of a solitaire narrative feel because you will be advancing in kind of a campaign as you take on different foes and different challenges as you go through this. And you also get a choice of vehicles. There's 4 vehicle mats, 1 campaign book, 7 chapter envelopes. So there's a little bit maybe of a legacy type feel of advancing and not knowing where you're going to go. 4 driver cards, 24 enemy cards, 8 destruction cards, 36 part cards, 12 upgrade cards, 1 round token, 8 dice, 40 damage tokens, 1 player aid, and 1 rule book. So as you can see here, there with the cards, there's some upgrade. There's different vehicles you pick. There's different upgrades, and there's different parts. So this is very much a customizable and kind of a RPG-ish, I guess, in somewhat of a sense, because you have a narrative feel, but you're also customizing your vehicle and taking on different missions and foes as you go on. It says right here, customize your ride and face off against as many unique warlord bosses and their gangs of raiders, uncovering new content through a 7-chapter narrative campaign. Let's ride. And let's get in the box and see what we have inside here. The Solo Hero series, I think the mechanics are different in each one. So I think the only common theme is that they're solo, and that they're solo, and they have somewhat of, somewhat of a hero or RPG-ish type feel, in that you're kind of playing one character, or in this case, a driver of your vehicle here. But this is a kind of Mad Max post-apocalyptic type feel. So if you like that, you very well might like this game. Decent sized box. I think their boxes are very much the same in a lot of regards. Here's your rule book, and you've got a quick reference on the back right out of the box. I like that because that means there's no wasted space on the back here. So you've got some of your quick reference, what some of your roles and icons and counters mean, which is all good. Okay, looks like the rule book itself is 31 pages, but that's credits. So really 30 pages with clarifications on page 30. Let's get in here and see what we have here. You've got a little bit of a story to start off. You've got your components. You've got campaign game, choosing a vehicle, initial setup. You got some nice graphics here. So the font isn't large, but you also have a lot of graphics, so the rules probably are not that complex. Here's your chapter setup. And it looks like you've got like this spiral, the campaign book. It looks like you'll be using that open face to tell your story or set up your game. You can pick difficulty, easy, normal, or expert. So that's some customizable effects as well. Gameplay overview. Here's wreckage. Wreckage phase actions. You got install, repair, re-roll. Explaining some of the cards here. And you're gonna be putting, weapons and armor and defenses and all kinds of stuff on your car here. There's barbed wire and ramming. Using scrap. Using red dice. The different colored dice mean different things. Special upgrades, repair. Did I skip a page there? No, I didn't skip a page. Here's your run portion. Here's the turn flow. Then you have some steps here. Step 1, enemy takes an action. Enemy attacks. Step 2, you take action. So enemy goes first, then you go. What some of those things mean there. You've got a lot of graphics throughout to really help you explain it. You got repairing damage, other run rules, and end of turn, new turn, end of phase, final run, boss battle. So you're going to be fighting these gangs, and eventually you're going to get to a boss battle. Winning or losing, and then you go to the next chapter. And there you have it. So there's your rules. A little bit of advertisement here from Renegade Games. Here's your journal. And this is where this is kind of the campaign game. This is where you're going to be advancing in this. So I don't know how much I really want to go through this because it might spoil some of the game. But here's chapter 1. You got some setup. You've got some story here. And then this is your chapter setup for 1. So this is kind of the playbook, right? Where you're going to be tell you how to set up. You're going to open up your envelope and find out what you need there. Probably get some new cards. Resolution if you lose, resolution if you win. And this is kind of your setup for this. You know, who the boss is. Looks like it's 3 rounds. And you got the different phases here. And so that is, and you've got a little tab here to show that this is chapter 1, and that's chapter 2. So I'm not going to go too much more, but you're going to have 7 of these chapters that you can play through. So, I mean, the first time through, it's all going to be new, but I imagine there's a certain sense of replayability because you have different vehicles, you're going to have different equipment, and the like. So here are your player boards or the car or vehicle boards. Real good thickness there, if you can tell. I mean, these are really nice and thick. You can see decent art there. And then one-sided because they'll be sitting on the board. And you've got 4 different ones that you can play here. Kind of cool. Looks like they have a little bit of a, extra area there to show where the wheels pop out. It's kind of cool. Then you got Thunder Flash is the last one here. So you got 4 different vehicles. And I think there's an expansion out for this already. I don't have it. You have a quick reference card, which is on thick stock. So you have a nice player aid here for your quick reference and your parts upgrades. And then your icon guide. And of course, that's on the back of the rules as well. So you've got 2 little player aids here. And then you have your packets. Unfortunately, I don't think I probably should open up these because these are your different campaigns. Here's chapter 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So when you start out the game, you'll open up packet 1 and take a look in there and see what are the special. Well, let's take a look at 1 a little bit. We can take a little bit of a sneak peek. If you don't want to see it, then don't look in here. But it's basically going to give you some cards, some unique cards and unique equipment that you're going to be able to use. So I'll save the surprise there, but that's what you're going to get in each of these packets. So you're going to get different upgrades as you go along in advance. Get some dice, kind of small, but you get some white and red dice there. You've got a token there. Look at that. Looks like your chain steering wheel there with some silica. You've got some, those are cool. Little plastic something there. Oh, it's kind of cool the way they're textured. And then you have some you got some red ones, and you got some of these. These look like kind of gems of some sort. Kind of cool there, bag of those. You get some bags, probably to put cards in. And then you have your initial deck of cards here. So let's get into here and see what we have. Oh, man. Tough to get these open. Is there a side thing? No. Here we go. So these are not in the envelopes, so I assume these are just the starting stuff that you can pick from here. So it looks like we've got some drivers here. So that's another customizable thing here. You can start off with different drivers. You got 4 different cars and 4 different drivers that have, looks like they might have special abilities here. Gotta like that. You've got some equipment here. This looks like twin cannons, fire and reload, major lifelines. You got all this different kind of equipment here. It's kind of cool. And the dice are going to mean something that on how you roll and how you activate them or hit them or something like that. Looks like you got some damage cards here. Interesting. Then we've got a bullet for you. Oh, these are the different gang members you're going to be fighting that are going to be all around your car. Quite a few different gang members there. And depending on what they roll is where they're attacking and the like. And it looks like these are like some upgrades here. Shot blaster, cloud blast. So these are different things. So you got all kinds of different equipment and customizable things to deal with your car here. So anyway, so that's what you get there. And I imagine you get some new stuff in these envelopes as well. So this is Wreckland Run. Where are the bosses at? I wonder if these are... I wonder if there's a difference between the gang members and the bosses. Not certain here. Anyway, maybe they're in the envelopes. Tomato. Well, that's what you get in a box of Wreckland Run, part of the Solo Hero series from Renegade. I mean, these envelopes are kind of nice. Well, that's a thick one. That's that's chapter 2. That's a thick one there. But these look interesting. This looks like an interesting game. Nice little solo game here. So there you have it. That's Wreckland Run. Didn't show everything because it looks like there is a little bit of a story or narrative effect to this. So you don't want to get that all spoiled in my video. You want to experience it for yourself. So this is the latest one in this Solo Hero series. If you like post-apocalyptic and Mad Max type feel games, well, then this might be up your alley. Anyway, that's what I have for you today on this Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday. Hope you're having a good one. Thanks so much for stopping by. And the best way I know you stop by is drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about this or any of the Solo Hero series or any Renegade stuff or anything that's on your mind. Just keep it civil and have a great day. Thanks for watching.